Ready.
All right, here with Paris Bradley and Alexia Weaver. Can y'all just give your thoughts on the game?
Honestly, I feel like we had a pretty good start, and we came with a lot of energy today. I think we were all kind of on the same page, and I think, got a good win.
Yeah, I think it was the win we needed. It worked. It helps when we're making shots, but it starts on the defensive end, and I think we had that defensive intensity that we've been needing.
I guess to that point, I mean, obviously the first 2 games on the road, defensively, not the identity you guys want. It feels like these last 3 games, you really have gotten back to that. I mean, I think you held them to, 13 steals, 13-4 on the offensive glass. I mean, just do you feel like this was kind of a statement for you guys of like if we play up to our defensive standard, like we can? I mean, that's an NCAA tournament team a year ago. Like, what kind of statement does that make for you guys?
Yeah, it's what the standard is really. We kind of got away from it with our first 2 losses, which it's why we lost those. But it's good that we picked it up on this game because it's the standard. It has to be every game.
Paris, I know like you got to see Jordan up close a lot last year, but I mean, just 17 and 13 today, 5 offensive rebounds. Like, I mean, when she's just working on the glass like that, like what does that bring to this offense and just team in general, I guess?
Honestly, like it's a really good feeling to have. I mean, when you get another chance or another opportunity to get a basket, get a good score, and Jordan's really good on the boards. She always goes after it. She's very tough at that. I mean, she averages a double-double. So yeah, very proud of her.
I know for you, like the 3-point shot the past couple games hasn't been where it's usually been, but I guess obviously the second half you really caught fire. Like, where do you feel like you're getting that confidence back?
Honestly, my teammates, they make sure my head is high and I never drop it. So I honestly would give credit to my teammates and allow me to be confident myself. And my coaches keep telling me to keep shooting. So, I mean, the only way you're going to make a shot is if you shoot it. So.
Lex, I feel like we really got to see like this team's depth, just especially like the guard position today. I mean, again, I think 22 assists on 37 baskets, something like that. You get off to the 6-0 lead. Just talk about the unselfish nature, I guess, of that position group for you guys.
Yeah, that's one of our standards is cowbells, getting good ball movement and getting those assists and making good shots because that's where our good makes come from is when we make the extra pass.
Obviously, you guys 3-0 at home. Obviously, this program was really good at home last year. I guess what's the messaging from the coaching staff of when a team comes in here, like we got to take care of business?
I mean, you always want to protect your home court, and I feel like we play with it like a chip on our shoulder. Like we need to come out here and fight for our fans. We love our fans. So really just giving them a good show to watch, and I mean against formidable opponents. So.
Hillary's got 3 straight starts as a true freshman. I guess like what do you feel like has allowed her to step into that role?
Yeah, she's really been working real hard. And I think it starts in practice for her, and I think that's where her good start is coming from, is working hard in practice and then stepping up when we need her in games and being prepared and being ready when her name is called.
All right. Thanks, players.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm ready.
All right, here with head coach Brooke Storr. Congrats on the win. Can you give us your general thoughts on the game?
Yeah, I thought our team came out with a really good mindset, and we're attacking on both the offensive and defensive end of the floor. I thought our defensive start gave us some momentum offensively. We really pushed well in transition, got some easy baskets, and I thought they had an attacking mindset. And really, aside from about 4.5, 5 minutes there in that third quarter defensively, I loved our energy and communication and just all the little things. I thought it was a very unselfish group today in terms of how they rotated defensively. I think we got 13 steals, turned them over. A lot of times we talk about that from just an offensive nature, and I thought, when you get 22 assists on 37 made baskets, that's pretty good. But, it's what we've known this group is capable of, and it's what we expect every day. Lex said it, that's the standard. We didn't like how we were defending early on, and I think they understand that we're going to come out and compete every day, and if we want to win and compete for championships, we've got to be tenacious and resilient on the defensive end of the floor, and it starts with that and on the boards. And I thought we did a great job on the glass as well.
I mean, obviously Perry obviously Dominguez, their two leading scorers. I don't think Perry scores till midway through the third quarter. I mean, it just frustrated her, all day. It felt like.
Yeah, I thought Paris did a great job on her, and then when others got switched off on her defensively, I thought we rotated, and she really does a great job of getting downhill and attacking middle and creating those paint touch opportunities for them, and she's really good with that. And I just thought the collective effort defensively was solid. Our staff put together a pretty good game plan. They're a good team. I think, they'll be another NCAA tournament team this year. They've got a versatile four in Roseby that can really score. It causes some matchup problems for you at times, but I thought we did a great job defensively. We held them 13, 13, and 14, aside from the 26-point third quarter where we just didn't keep the ball in front of us and fouled too much. I really liked our defensive effort. It forced 24 turnovers, and that's what this group needs to do.
I was going to say, like we talked about it, that the defensive identity of getting those steals, just active ball lane. It felt like every time they wanted to drive, we were just throwing bodies at them.
Yeah, and I think that's where that collective, responsibility from a communication standpoint, a positioning standpoint, and effort standpoint, that's where that really comes into play. And that's something that I just thought we weren't doing early on in the season. And, we got after them for a couple of weeks in practice, and I think they've gotten the message that we could be really good if we'll commit to that. And I think they've taken some ownership of that. And I think that's what this group has had to, we punted 2 games to start the year. And those 2 games are over and you can't get those back. But if you learn from it and you use it, then it can really help you down the road.
I feel like you guys, that first half, just probing the middle of the paint. I think you've almost outscored them in the paint total for what they had in the game. Just talk about just the ability to just throw it in there, Jordan, Isla. There's so many options.
Yeah, we felt like we've got great depth. You look up and we're starting Jordan and Hillary, and then we can bring in Avery and Isla and Worm, and we've got options. And I think that we can do a number of different things, and it gives you a number of different looks for another team to have to guard. But it was a focus for us. I think you play through the paint, whether it's off the pass or off the dribble, and I thought we did a great job of that. A few too many turnovers late, or just some travels and things like that. But, I thought at half, I think we had 8 turnovers. We really took care of the basketball and for the most part, and shared it really well. I thought we got paint touches that, Paris is going to garner a lot of attention defensively. And, people can go, she's gotten off to a slow start. She's still leading us in scoring. And when she gets that much attention, it really opens up the balance of our group, and then it's going to come back to her. And I think that's what we need to understand is we have 6 in double figures. If we'll move the ball like that and attack and get to correct positions to begin with, I think we can be really good. And then when you turn people over and it leads to some transition for you, throw those in there, and then some offensive rebound opportunities. I think it's huge for this group offensively.
I feel like if I was a coach, I would just show Jordan Marshall highlights over and over to your team. She's averaging 15 and 10, top 5 in the country in offensive rebounds. As a sophomore, she just dominated.
Yeah, I think I'd like for her to get a few less offensive rebounds because she's rebounding her own miss quite a few times, but she's still going after it. And you want that relentless nature from her. She's going to know I'm going to challenge her on the defensive end because I didn't think she had some great defensive energy there in that third quarter. But we need that. We need her motor. She's just around the ball. She's active. And she knows that if she does that and she shows up and is consistent with that, it just makes our team that much better.
All right, 3 straight home games, didn't trail a single time in any of them. What have you learned from your team these past 3 games?
Well, it's nice to be at home, for one, but I thought it started on the defensive end, and I think that's coming out of being not very good defensively for 2 games, and we were able to come back and work on some things and practice and demand some things and get some attention. And when you defend and rebound, it doesn't matter how you shoot the basketball, you're going to give yourself a chance to win. If you defend, you rebound, and you take care of it, you're going to force someone else to beat you. And then when you move the ball and shoot it the way we did today, I think it just you score it the way we did. I think this group understands the importance of taking care of your home games because it is hard to win on the road. It's hard to win, period, but it's really hard to win on the road, and you've got to take care of the home ones and then go steal as many on the road as you can. And I think that this group has to understand that. Last year we struggled on the road. A lot of that was 7 freshmen and starting 3 freshmen and all those things, and we can use that as an excuse. or we can go, hey, we got to defend, we got to rebound, and we got to take care of the basketball. If we do those things, you'll have a chance to win on the road. But I think it gives you some momentum at home. And, I want people to get behind this group. I can't express my gratitude enough to that spirit squad that showed up today and those few band members. That our students are on quarter break, everybody's gone for Thanksgiving holiday. This is a big game to have during this time, and it's hard, but I thought our crowd showed up for us, and I think they'll come back. If this group will continue to play with that sort of effort and that tenacity, this community will get behind them, and people will show up, and it'll be a really good home court advantage for us.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys.